middle-aged woman sat in front of the mirror, smiling happily. And why wouldn't she be? Today was the day she had been eagerly anticipating. It was her wedding day with her second husband. One year ago, her first husband, Rohana, passed away due to an illness he suffered. They had faced numerous challenges from disapproving family members, but finally, they managed to reach this day. Rohana, who had been nervous all along, now felt calm after Saleh uttered the marriage vows she had been longing to hear. In contrast, her eldest daughter was feeling unhappy. The only thing on her mind was what her friends had said, that stepfathers tended to have a negative impression, just like in television dramas. This image bothered her greatly, especially when she looked at Agus, who had now become her stepfather. Later that evening, after the wedding ceremony had concluded, Agus invited Rohana and the children to go out together. He mentioned that this gathering was a way to express gratitude and foster a closer bond with his stepchildren. Rohana felt happy upon hearing this, realizing that she had made the right choice in marrying Agus. For some reason, the daughter felt reluctant, and honestly, she still couldn't fully accept Agus as her stepfather. The next day she returned to campus as usual after 2 days off for her mother's wedding. Her friends welcomed her on campus and couldn't wait to ask about her new stepfather. However, the daughter was indifferent and didn't pay attention to what her friends were saying. When it was time to go home after classes, the daughter and her friends packed up and walked together. "Let's go to Hilda's house later this evening," City suggested as they arrived at the gate. "Okay," the daughter replied. Her house was not far from the campus, just 100 meters away, so they could easily walk there. Upon arriving home, she hurried to the kitchen for lunch. "So you're back," Agus greeted, seeing the daughter eating. The daughter fell silent, touched by the attention he showed her. She thought that maybe she had been exaggerating her perception of her stepfather's attitude. In the evening, the daughter met with her mother. She wanted to ask for permission to go to Hilda's house, as City had mentioned after they finished their classes. Finally, the daughter rushed to her friend's house and returned home before evening. After cleaning up, she joined her parents who were watching television. "Have you eaten, Putri?" Agus asked, seeking his stepdaughter's attention. "I already ate at Hilda's house earlier," the daughter replied. Rohana, who heard the exchange between her daughter and husband, felt happy. It turned out that her daughter had accepted Agus as her stepfather. "Oh, by the way, your favorite satay is here," her mother said. Putri didn't say much. She immediately went to the dining table and enjoyed her favorite food. Meanwhile, Agus, who had planned something for Putri, saw an opportunity. While he was with his wife, Rohana, he pretended to grab some snacks from the kitchen. This was an opportunity for him to add a potion to the drink he would give to Putri. "Putri, I made some orange juice for you," Agus said, placing the glass in front of Putri. With joy, Putri accepted the drink. Little did she know there was a hidden agenda behind all of this. After eating, Putri planned to work on her college assignments. However, suddenly she felt a headache. The headache grew stronger, and a few minutes later, she fell asleep at her desk. It was already late at night. Agus looked at Rohana, who was already fast asleep. He went to Putri's room and saw that she was also asleep, thanks to the medication he had mixed in her orange juice. "Consider yourself my second wife," Agus said, carrying out his plan. Unaware of what was happening, Putri didn't realize that Agus was taking away something precious from her life. The next morning, Rohana looked at the wall clock, which showed 7 o'clock. Putri should have been ready to leave by this time. Putri, who was still drowsy, finally got up. She didn't feel well today, and her head still hurt. "What's wrong with you?" Rohana asked, observing Putri's unsteady walk. "I don't know, Mum," Putri replied casually. Rohana was puzzled by her daughter's behavior. To be continued. Don't miss the next part.